So I'm going to go ahead and use these sketch notes in order to explain the Zhou Dynasty, just like I did for the Shang. Sorry, my screen is a little glitchy and my face is freezing. The Zhou Dynasty, they took over after the Shang Dynasty. They lasted from about 1045 to 256 BCE. And if you remember, like I said, they were able to take over from the Shang because the Shang became corrupt and people and weakened. So the Zhou Dynasty, they actually came from the north, closer to Mongolia. This orange circle here, this is all of China, my beautiful China. This is the Zhou Dynasty here, and they traveled along down south across the Huanghe to the Shang Dynasty in order to overthrow them and took over all of this land, and they were able to grow it even bigger. The Zhou Dynasty, they are the ones that introduced this whole idea of the mandate of heaven. The mandate of heaven is that the gods gave the right to these kings to rule. And if you were a good ruler, you maintained the right to rule. But if you were a bad ruler, the gods would send down like natural disasters and horrible weather, and the people supposedly had the right to overthrow you if you were that bad of a ruler. So that whole idea of mandate of heaven came from the Zhou. They also used this system called feudalism, and this system was to rule over the people. The emperor was in charge of everything and owned everything, and they would give land to these loyal nobles, and the nobles would use this land to farm, and so you'd have the farmers on this land. The farmers would tend the land, and in return the nobles would give them protection. The nobles also would provide soldiers to fight in the king's wars. So there was like this little tit for tat amongst this feudalist society. So feudalism is a really good term, a vocab term you're going to hear over and over again in 7th grade. Over the years, conflict began. The lords who owned these lands or who were given these lands became too powerful and were starting to question the rulers of the Zhou Dynasty. They became really ambitious and really greedy. So you have all of these warring states, people fighting one another, these nobles fighting one another, and this leads to ultimately the destruction of the Zhou Dynasty. But it also, people did not want these terrible things to happen anymore, so they started thinking in different ways. People came up with 3 kinds of philosophies. One was Confucianism, one was Taoism, and another was legalism. They're all a little bit different. Legalism is very different than Confucianism, Taoism. If you're interested in these, there is another section of philosophies in the menu assignment that you can take a look at that goes into these 3 philosophies in more detail. And that's it.